You've probably heard the old cliche, I need that like I need a hole in my head. Well, imagine this. Imagine if you really, truly had a hole in your head, it was unexplained, and it oozed.
I have this hole in the side of my head, and I'm hoping that you can tell me what it is. It has oozed out and crusted over, and it just looks nasty. If you could let me know what that is, and if anything can be done about it, I would appreciate it.
Alicia joins us, as well as board-certified dermatologist Dr. Sandra Lee. I want to welcome you both to the show.
Welcome you all.
You know, Alicia, I have to say, you've had this your whole life.
I was born with this, yes.
And it's probably caused you a lot of angst.
To say the least. It was pretty cool when I was in elementary school. It was like a trick that I could do. But as I got older and, you know, it just was not fun anymore. And now that I'm out meeting people more now, I noticed that they look at my eyes to start out with, and then their eyes just drift over to the hole in the side of my head. And I have to just keep constantly looking at it and checking it throughout the day to see if it's oozing.
I mean, and the problem is it can ooze at the least expected times, right?
Exactly.
Well, you're going to find that today the theme of the show is seeing some unusual problems. And what do we learn in medical school? Make a diagnosis. We can make the diagnosis based on where it is, right on your ear.
When you push on the area, it actually will ooze.
Yeah, I can make it ooze, but sometimes it just does it on its own.
Yeah, like a little bit. See, so there's like it's like a little cyst that you're getting something that excretes from it.
And what it is a pre-auricular pit or pre-auricular sinus tract. And it's a pretty common anomaly that happens with your ear. And let me explain what happens. Your ear, as it forms embryologically while you're still in the womb, there's 6 separate sections or branchial arches. They fuse together. When there's an incomplete fusion, you can get a tract or a sinus anywhere on that ear. In your case, it starts here. The problem is we don't know where it ends. Potentially, it could go into the ear canal. It could go into the face. We just don't know. That could be determined by an X-ray.
Yes, and you know, also, you don't really have to do anything with this. If it's asymptomatic, if it just maybe oozes a little bit every now and then, that's okay. It's really more if you get recurrent infections in the area, because it's lined by squamous epithelium, which is really like a regular skin. So skin flakes off in there. And so it's a hole, and if bacteria gets caught in there, you can get an infection. And it can get really swollen and painful. Have you had that before?
It's gotten a little red before, but I just dabbed with peroxide, nothing serious.
Good, and if that does happen, it gets really painful, swollen, red, you want to maybe get some antibiotic to take to try to treat that.
This may be relatively short. In that case, it's very easy to surgically excise it once that's determined. But I would agree, I concur with Dr. Lee that you really are not having bad cases of infections recurring. Leaving it alone would be a decent option.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And Dr. Lee, do you have some more skin conditions you're going to stick around for a little later?